Welcome back to another video, right? So in today's video, we will completely cover sectoral indices, right? So a lot of you have been asking, okay, what is the actual use of sectoral indices and why do we have it, right? So in today's video, we will understand what is a sector as a whole itself. We will try and understand what are the different sectors, why we have different sectors, and how we can benefit from having this sectoral analysis. So we actually have put out a blog based on Nifty sectoral indices, which with help of which I will cover this entire topic, right? So I'll just open the blog here as well. So we should come right to the basics of it, right? Let's try and understand what a sector even is, right? So for example, now we have around more than 5,000 stocks in Nifty itself, right? And we can't actually track individually all of them together. So that's why sectors were made. So sector is nothing but a group of similar stocks put together, right? So that is known as a sector, and a sectoral index is what tracks these particular stocks as a whole. So a complete sector, for example, if I open it here on Stolo itself, right? So you can see, let me, I think for today's example, we shall take Nifty Pharma, right? So Nifty Pharma is the sectoral index. Now, inside Nifty Pharma, which is a sectoral index, we have a lot of pharmaceutical stocks, right? So that is nothing but your main product companies. You have your suppliers as well as your manufacturers in there, right? So all of these stocks are considered inside this sector. It wouldn't be only the main product, right? For example, Nifty Auto Index, you wouldn't only have the main car companies such as Maruti Suzuki or anything like that, but you would also have the manufacturers of certain parts. Let's say MRF would be part of Nifty Auto, for example, here. So it would be all the manufacturers, the suppliers, as well as the end product, which would reach the consumer as well, right? For this is as an example for Nifty Auto sector. So similarly, Nifty Pharma sector, the whole Nifty Pharma is the sectoral index under which you would have pharmaceutical stocks, which is the end product as well as the manufacturers and supplier companies to be part of them, right? And this value here, 15,506, is the value that we consider to understand the entire index movement, right? So instead of tracking each stock on its own, we actually just look at the entire index value, and we understand, okay, this is how the sentiment of this particular index is, right? So for example, here Nifty Pharma, you can see the complete movement was downwards since morning, right? So now you know that, okay, pharma industry on basis of today is actually moved very down and is very bearish for the day, right? So for people who trade only pharma stocks, you can directly look at this as an advantage and pick certain pharma stocks to trade today, because you know that the whole index is bearish, right? And you can take that as an advantage. So in order to filter and screen this particular stocks, make sure you stay till the end, because I'm going to show you such a simple way to do this and how you can use this as an advantage for you itself, right? So this option here, sectoral indexes, you can directly get it by clicking on analysis on top, and you can click on NSE FNO overview, right? On click of that, you would get this particular screen where you can just click on sectoral indices and you can find all the sectoral of Nifty, right? So sectoral indices is not only for NSE but also for BSE, right? Sectoral indices is for both entities. So coming to the analysis section itself, you have a small question mark here, on click of which I won't be doing, which you can click, and a small YouTube video would pop up for a simple navigation of the whole feature itself, right? You have your auto refresh here, which would automatically refresh and as the countdown is going, right? You have your last updated time here. For example, here it's 3:11 p.m. during the live market on 18th September, right? You can also manually refresh the whole page by clicking on this icon, and also if you want a full view, entire view of just the sectoral index, you can click on the full screen button and you can view it in a more larger way, right? So these are the main things. You can also search for a particular constituent. For example, here, let's take up pharma. And as soon as you click on pharma, you type pharma here, it would actually filter out that particular sectoral indices chart, right? And by just putting a comma and adding another sector, let's say metal here, you can also keep two indexes on track directly, right? So that is the whole idea of search as well. But without searching, you would get the entire view of all the present Nifty sectoral indices, right? So we've also covered actually how this constituents and weightage is calculated. So, for example, here, let's take Nifty Pharma itself. The value of 15,509 is actually calculated by its underlying stocks, right? What I told you is the constituents. So this constituents actually have certain weightages on them. So this weightage is calculated through something called free float market capitalization technique, right? So this actually, they have their own way of calculating, which we have covered a little more in depth in another video, which we shall surely link in the description. And you can go through that to actually understand the weightage, right? So if, the higher the free float market capitalization, higher the weightage that particular stock will have in this sector, right? So based on that, the entire value is calculated. So yes, so that is exactly how you calculate it, and you get this value of 15,508.45 that is currently running, right? So coming quickly to the blog that we have posted itself, so you can surely run through the blog to get a very good understanding of it itself. So the whole idea of the Nifty index in terms of long-term investing is for making your portfolio risk-free, right? So the whole idea is, instead of investing on one pharma stock, why don't you invest in the entire sector itself, so that it is more diversified and you have lesser risk, right? So that is the whole idea. So this you can do through your simple ETFs, but what we will be covering right now would be more in terms of intraday trading, in terms of futures and options, right? So here you have your sectoral indices data. You would understand, okay, what each of the companies or sectors consists of, right? So this is the entire blog. You can surely go through it once as well. Now coming to the actual FNO trading itself, right? So the whole idea is, okay, you come to this particular page, you understand how this particular sector is performing, right? For example, here Nifty Pharma, you know that, okay, as soon as the day was going on, you saw a very bearish momentum to it, right? After doing your let's say price action analysis on your particular chart, that is Nifty Pharma, which you can directly do it on TradingView chart itself, right? So you can just click on analysis, you have your TradingView chart there, you can open your Nifty Pharma and do your price action analysis, right? Based on that, now you know that, okay, for example, here we have understood Nifty Pharma would be very bearish, right? And now how do we take advantage of it? So we have something called the market movers feature, which would help you completely screen that particular sector stocks, right? So on click of FNO market movers here, as default, you would get the entire FNO market stock data, but you can filter it directly here, right? So we were taking the example of pharma. So on click of pharma here, now I would directly see only the pharma stocks, right? For example, here Apollo Hospital, Biocon, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, Glenmark, and you can see much more names that you would be aware of, right? So you would directly filter only pharma stocks, because you know, okay, this is the sector I would be trading today, and I am very bearish of this, and I would now pick a stock to particularly trade and take advantage of and make a profit from that stock, right? So you can once you have filtered out the sectoral stocks, you can actually now screen it based on so alphabeticals is the default A to Z. You can screen it based on that. You can also filter it based on price. So you can filter it based on price losers, price gainers directly, which would automatically update your table, right? And not only that, based on OI movement as well, OI gainer and OI loser as well, you can quickly filter it and choose your stock. And similarly for volume, you have your volume gainer, volume loser, as well as your build up, right? So now what build up says is, now again, you can filter it based on long build up, short covering, short build up, and long unwinding, right? So now that we know we are bearish on the index, we would choose uh, nothing but a short build up, right? So short build up, you know that your OI is going high, whereas your price is going downwards, right? So based on that, now you can actually filter out all the stocks that have a short build up inside the pharma sector, right? And now it is being filtered out to these stocks. So based on this, now you can actually trade that particular stock. Because you already know that the entire index is going downwards, you can trade that particular stock and take an advantage to make profits off it, right? So that is the entire idea of sectoral indices, and how so we basically understood how sectoral, what is the sector basics of it itself. We understood how sectors are made. We understood how you can actually invest long terms by investing in ETFs of that particular sector. We understood how intraday trading works based on sector. This is the complete video. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. And one thing I ask from you is to make sure you subscribe to the channel so that we make more such videos, right? So thank you so much for joining in, and hope to see you on the next video. Thank you.